What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Fingerstyle tutorial. Today we're going to be taking a look through my arrangement of Physical by Dua Lipa. If you haven't seen the full version, click the link above or down in the description. So this one might be a little bit easier than my normal arrangements, so if you're a beginner it might be a good one to start with. We're in standard tuning, we've got a capo on the 5th fret. There's not too many parts to learn and it's pretty short arrangement, so if you're ready, let's get started. Alright guys, so as I said, we are in standard tuning. You're going to need a capo for the 5th fret. I'll put the tab along the bottom for you. I'm going to refer to this as the 1st string and this as the 6th string. Okay, so today we're going to be learning the intro, the verse, the chorus, and the bridge. It is one of my easier arrangements, so I'll try and keep it as simple as possible for beginners. Alright, so let's get started with the intro. It's 8 bars. It sounds like this. So it's a nice easy start. It's based on these chords. We've got E minor, C, G, and D. So I'll try and teach you this song very slowly, so I won't play it at the full tempo. But you can build that up yourself after you've learned it. So we're playing that melody repeating 4 times. It's basically going to be 1st fret on the 2nd string with your 1st finger, then lift that off, and you've got open 2nd string. Then you're moving that finger up to the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, playing that, then taking that finger off, open 3rd, and then doing a hammer on that 3rd string, open to the 2nd fret. So that's the melody that we're going to be playing 4 times. On top of that, we've got our bass notes for each chord. So hopefully you know these chords I just mentioned, and you should know the root notes of each one. So we're starting with an E minor, so we've got open 6th string, bass note there. We're going to play that twice between each melody note. So for the E minor, you'll notice that hammer on there. Both of those notes, the open string and the 2nd fret, they act as one. Like that. Okay? So we're playing each bass note twice between each melody note. Once you get that, we're moving to a C. But instead of using this finger for the C, I like to use this one, because it's a little bit easier to move about and get all those melody notes that you need. So put in your 2nd finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret. We're going to do the exact same thing, playing those melody notes and playing the bass notes twice in between. Okay, after that we're on to the G. So all you have to do is move this finger up 1 to the 6th string and do the exact same thing again. And after that, we're on to the D. So it's the same again, but with the D bass note, which is the open 4th string. Okay, so pretty simple intro. That's the whole thing. So let's just play it one more time from the start. Okay, so after that intro, we're straight into the verse. This is where things get a little bit more difficult, but don't be put off by it. It'll just take a little bit longer to get used to playing it. It's another 8 bars. I'll just play through them quickly so you know what it sounds like. Okay, so we've still got the same chords, E minor and C, G and D. The first bar there, I'll play it slowly for you. So we've got a few bass notes in there, and then the melody underneath. It's nothing too complicated. In fact, you only need to hold down one finger, really. Because the melody is this open third string, and then second fret on the fourth string, and fourth fret there. So we're starting in E minor, but instead of doing it like this, or like that, like you might normally do, I only hold one finger here, because we're not going to play this fifth string, so you can just ditch that. Use your first finger on the fourth string, second fret. Do a little finger roll, so I'm just hitting strings 6, 4, and 3, like that. That's going to be followed by the third string open 2 more times. That's our melody there. After that, we've got the bass note again. Then we're taking that finger that's on the second fret on the fourth string and sliding up to the fourth fret. Once you get there, hit that string again, like that. Then we've got the sixth string and the fourth string again. So the bass notes are kind of scattered throughout that bar. On to the next bar. So this one isn't too bad. Basically, we're starting with the bass note and we're coming back down to the second fret. You were on the fourth fret here on the fourth string, but now you're coming down to the second again. So I kind of do it like this. So I kind of start sliding, and then the bar starts, and I hit that bass note, and then I'm there. It's a little bit difficult to write it in the tab, but that's how I do it. You can also do it like that, so play the bass note, quickly slide down. Then we're playing the bass note again. Then we've got this little run here. So we're going to start off with the fifth string open and do a hammer on onto the second fret. Then we've got this pattern, 4, 3, 5. Okay, so it's like that. So I'll play the first 2 bars of the verse. So you want to kind of practice them, bring them up to speed. Like that, but that'll take some time. From there, we're on to C, and the next bar sounds like this. So this one's kind of awkward to play because the bass notes are kind of spaced, not like you'd expect them to be. So we're starting off with this shape. So it's like a C, but we're taking this finger off, and instead we're doing these 2 fingers with these 2. So it's like that. Then we're doing the finger roll on 3, 4, and 5. Then we've got the open third 2 more times. Then once again with the bass note. So that's just before the midway point of the bar. Then bring your fourth finger or your third finger up to the fourth fret. That's on the fourth string. And you're going to do the same kind of thing. So we've got that note twice, and then again with the bass note, and then again. Okay, so just look at the tab for that bar and just try and follow it slowly. Should sound like that. Okay, next bar shouldn't be too difficult. We're still on C. Sounds like this. Okay, so holding this same shape that we had before, we've got our first finger on the fourth string, second fret, and we've got our second finger on the fifth string, third fret. You're going to hit strings 5, 4, 4, 5, 4. Then we're going to take our first finger off and do a little hammer on here on the 3rd string, open to the 2nd fret, and then open 2nd. So that bar. So you don't need to move too much there. Let's play the first 4 bars now. So we've got the E minor and we've got the C. Okay. For the next bar, we're on to the G chord. So this one is a little bit more difficult than before. We've got like quite a big stretch here, and you have to use your 4th finger as well to hold down the string, which you might not be used to doing. This bar sounds like this. Okay, so it's just that one part repeated twice. So we're starting off, 1st finger on the bass note, then we're going to have 2 fingers on the 1st string. We're going to have a 3rd finger on the 5th fret, 1st string, and then a 4th finger on the 7th fret. So once you've got that position, you want to hit strings 6, 4, and then 3 and 1 together. So when I arranged this, I didn't just want that high note playing, I wanted some kind of middle note as well. So that's why you play that at the same time. And as you play that, you're going to do a pull off there. So you're basically just taking that 4th finger off to reveal the 5th fret here. And that's it. You just play that twice and the bar is finished. From there, we're still on the G. This next bar is like this. So it's a little bit like that bar we had before. Same melody, but just a different chord here. So in a G, we've got the bass note followed by 4, 3, and then bass note again, and then that little melody that we played before. That's going to be 4th string, 2nd fret, followed by the hammer on the 3rd string, open to the 2nd fret, and then open 2nd string. So you notice, I actually hold that shape for a little bit into this bar. The reason for that is, when I do the 2nd pull off, I don't want to take this finger off too early or I'll lose that note. And you might get a little sound like that. So what I like to do is, after the 2nd time, I'll keep that shape, keep that finger held down there, and hit strings 6, 4, 3, that's for the next bar, then move your finger up here, so we're using our 2nd finger for that 2nd bass note. Have a look down at the bar, so when we're on the 2nd bass note, we play it with our 2nd finger. Then we can get that 1st finger down for the 4th string, 2nd fret. And then just the same as before. So it works out a lot nicer if you do it like that. It is quite a quick change, but it sounds a lot better, so it's kind of worth learning it that way. From there, we're on to D chord now. So our bass note was normally the open 4th, but for this, I use the 5th fret on the 5th string instead. So it's the same melody, just with different notes on top. So I've got 5th string, 5th fret, followed by 4th string, 4th fret. And then it's just the same. Open 3rd and 7 to 5 pull off on the 1st string. So if you can play it with the G, you should easily be able to play this one. And you don't need to worry about what I said before about holding that shape and moving to this shape. Because the next bar after this, we're just using the same notes this time. So once you've got that bar, the next bar sounds like this. So this is the last bar of the verse. You play this verse twice, but this is all you'll be learning because the next part is identical. So we're keeping this shape here that we had for that part, and we're just going to play 5, 4, 3, 5. Then we're doing a little slide and pull off hammer-on part here. So after that, you're going to slide on the 4th fret on the 4th string down to the 2nd, lift it off for the pull off to open, and then hammer back on to the 2nd fret. So you're only meant to kind of hit that string once there, like that. So I'll play this D part again. After that, we just play that whole 8 bars again before the chorus. So I'll just go through that verse one more time before we move on. Okay, so play that twice, and then we're into the chorus. You're going to have this little section. It's just 2 bars to get into the chorus. It sounds like this. So all that is holding down on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and we're going to strum down on that string 6 times. Then we've got pause, and then we do it again 7 times, a little bit harder. And then after that 7th time, you want to come up here and slide down from around the 12th or the 14th fret. You don't have to be super accurate. It's just a slide down on the 6th string. And that gets us into the chorus. So we're going to go over the first part of the chorus first. I play it like this. So it's quite aggressive. I use these slaps, but I'm not going to include those in this tutorial. I'm going to try and simplify it a little bit. And once you learn this simplified version, if you want to add the slaps in yourself, you can do that. But that's kind of more of an intermediate thing. So I'll teach you the first bar like this. It's more accessible, a little bit easier to learn. So we're starting off. It's got the same chords. We're in that E minor. Instead of like this, we're just taking our first finger down here, like we did before, on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And we're going to hit strings 6, 4, and then 1, 2, and 3 all together. Then we've got 6, 1, 2, and 3 again, 6. So quite a lot of bass notes in this as well. We've got 3 bass notes in this first bar. Then, in the part between the 1st and the 2nd bar, we've got a hammer on. So it starts off in this bar with the open 2nd string. Then we're going to be hammering on for the next bar. So I'll play the first 2 bars together. So that 2nd bar sounds like this. So again, we're just holding this finger down here still. And now we're doing this hammer on. So as you start that bar, you should be coming down on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. Like that. And you hit that bass note at the same time as when you land. Then, a little bit more difficult here, we're going to hit strings 4 and 1 together. So the 4 is on the 2nd fret, 1 is open. And then you see that? We're just alternating 1, 2, 1. The 2, the 2nd string, is on the 3rd fret still. Okay. From there, we're into the 2nd half of the bar, and we've got 6, 4. Then we've got another hammer on here, just for kind of emphasis, I do the hammer-on after hitting strings 2 and 3 open together. And I hammer on to the 2nd string, 3rd fret. So those first 2 bars again, without the slaps, remember? Next bar. Okay, so this one, we're moving to the C. So after that hammer on, you're here and you're doing the hammer on, then keeping all the fingers where they are, move the 2nd finger that should be free up to the C bass note. So that's the 5th string, 3rd fret. We're going to hit that. Then we've got this melody. So that's going to be open first twice, 2nd string, which should still be on the 3rd fret, and then the open 1st string again with the bass note. So that bass note is coming in at the midway point of the bar. So you should see that below. It's right in the middle of the bar. Then we're playing the 4th string, which is on the 2nd fret still. At that point, we bring up this free finger, which is the 4th finger, up to the 4th fret. And we play that twice. So you might notice that this string open is the same as that one. But the reason that I don't do that is I like to keep the strings ringing out as much as possible. So you've just played that one. I don't really want to sacrifice that note that's ringing out when I could easily just play it up here and keep that one ringing at the same time. So it sounds a little bit nicer. If you want, you can change it and you can take that finger off and play the open strings instead of bringing that finger up, but you will lose that note that's playing. So you can still hear all the notes kind of ringing out there. Okay, the next bar sounds something like this. This one should be nice and easy actually, because you don't actually move this shape at all. So holding this exact shape, if you learn it the way it is in the tab, all we're doing for this bar is holding or playing strings 2 and 5 together, then followed by this pattern: 1, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1, 1. So that's all 8th notes, so it's all equally spaced. So you just have to kind of get that pattern into your fingers. So that's the E minor and the C. Let's play them together. So next up, we're playing G. So we've got our bass note here. I played this part with like a percussive tap and the slaps as well. You can hear that in my original video. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to teach you the simple way of playing it. We're basically just going to hold that bass note there, so just one finger on the 6th string, 3rd fret. We're going to hit strings 6, 4, 3, 6, 4, 3, and then the 1st string open twice. And repeat that again. Okay, so that's really simple. So next we're on to the D. It sounds like this. So this might be a little bit challenging. You can hold the chord like this, which is a little bit easier. But then you have to take these fingers off and you lose that kind of continuous ringing sound. So I decided to learn it like this. So when you need to play the 2nd string, all these strings still ring out over the top of them. So this shape is basically just an alternate way of playing a D chord so that I can get more notes out of it. The 1st finger is on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. 2nd finger is on the 3rd fret, second string. Third finger is up on the fourth string, 4th fret. And then lastly, up here, 5th string, 5th fret. You're going to hit 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3. Then we've got 5 again. So that's 1 bar of the D. Like that. Then we're going to hit strings 2, 3, and 5 together. And just 2 and 3. Then 2, 3, and 5. Just 2 and 3. And then 1 and 2. So the first string is open, second string is on the 3rd fret. So it should sound something like that. So I'll try and play this through that first part of the chorus from the start. So for that D, once you get that shape, you don't need to move your fingers at all. So it's probably worth learning it that way, even if it's quite difficult when you first start trying to do it. And from there, we're on to the second part of the chorus. Okay, so once you played the first part of the chorus, we repeat it again, but there's 2 bars that are different. So I'll just play through the second part of the chorus the way I play it. Okay, so the 2 bars that are different are in the middle there. Luckily, they're not too difficult. So it starts off the same. This bar is slightly different at the end, so it starts off just like the same. And then holding that shape still, we're going to hit, well, at the halfway point for the second half of the bar, we've got 6, 4, 3, 1. So 6, open, 4 on the 2nd fret, 3 and 1 open. At that point, we're shifting to C. So it's normal C shape. I add my finger on here to the 2nd string, 3rd fret. You're going to hit the bass note first of all. Then we got 2nd and 3rd strings together 3 times. Okay, it's nice and easy. Then we're on the halfway point of the bar, so we're going to play that bass note again. At the same time as that, we're going to hit strings 2 and 3 and do a pull off on the 2nd string. So we were on the 3rd fret here. You want to put your finger here as well though, so that you're ready for that pull off to the 1st fret. Once you get that pull off, you're going to hit the 2nd string 2 more times. And that's the end of that bar. Next bar sounds like this. So this one isn't too difficult. Basically, you should now be in a normal C shape. And we're going to hit strings 2 and 5 together and do a pull off 1st fret to open on the 2nd string. That is followed by this kind of simple pattern. 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, 1. So, listen. So it's just that pattern for the rest of the bar. You don't need to move your hand at all here. So apart from that, I'll play through that C, those 2 C bars, one more time. But apart from that, it's just the same. And that is the entire chorus. Okay, so once you get through that chorus section, we're on to the last part of the song, which is the bridge. So this is probably the hardest part to play, but it's also the most fun. I play it something like this. Just like the chorus, I'll try and take out those slaps to kind of simplify it a little bit for you. The first bar, without the slaps, is like this. Okay, so this is not too bad because we're just holding one shape here. Basically, it's the same chord, E minor. We're just holding this finger here, just like we did before. And we're also adding this finger down here onto the first string, 3rd fret. So I use my 3rd finger for that. We're going to hit strings 6, 4, 1, 2, and 3 together. So 2 and 3 are open, 1 on the 3rd fret. You're going to play those twice. Then 6 and 4 again there. At that point, you're just going to hit 2 and 3 together, and then 1, 2, and 3 together. On to the next bar. This one might be a little bit difficult. We've got a big slide up to the 8th fret here. So from this shape, you're going to be moving that finger down 1 on the 1st string to the 2nd fret. So once you get to this shape, we're going to start with a bass note. We're still on E minor, so it's still open 6th string. Then we've got 1, 2, and 3 together twice. Like that. Then take that finger off, so now we've got open first, and play those 3 strings again. The second time you want to play it with the bass note because it's at the halfway point of the bar. So you got once just the first 3, and then once the first 3 with the bass note. At that point, you're going to bring your 3rd finger up here to the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and you're going to play that along with the open 3rd string. Like that. At that point, you're going to slide up to the 8th fret. So this will look, without a capo, this would be the 13th fret, but with the capo, it's the 8th fret. So slide up, and then hit that string one more time. That's all for that bar. Okay, so it's not too bad. I'll play the first 2 bars together. Next bar. This is quite nice because we just repeat the same part twice. Once we've done this slide up to the 8th fret, we're going to complete the shape that we're going to hold for this bar. So I bring my 2nd finger up for the bass note. We're on to C now, by the way, so you might have guessed, instead of playing the C bass note here, we're playing it up here. So that's the 8th fret on the 6th string, and I've got my 1st finger here on the 7th fret, 5th string. So just underneath it, along a little bit. Apart from that, this finger is staying down here on the 8th fret, and we've got that 3rd string open again. Once you've got that shape, we're basically just going to hit 6, 5, 2 and 3 twice, and then repeat that. So nice and easy. So I'll play the first 3 bars. That's the next bar there. A little bit more difficult because we do have to move around with this hand. So we're starting off with the bass note, but then bringing this 1st finger down to the 7th fret on the 2nd string. Then we're going to play the open 1st string twice. So it's 2nd string twice on the 7th fret, and then open 1st string twice. On that second time you play the open 1st string, you're going to play the bass note again, because we're at the halfway point of the bar. Once you get that, you're bringing this first finger straight up to the 7th fret on the 3rd string. And you're going to play that 3 times. So it's like that. Practice that slowly first. And it won't be too difficult to learn. So it's nice and easy from there. We're on to the G. So I would normally play this bar like this. But without those slaps, we're just going to be doing... So it's just holding this bass note down, 3rd fret, 6th string, and we're going to do 6, 4, 3, repeat it twice, and then the bass note one more time. Nice and easy bar there. Now for the next bar, I kind of continue that pattern. So we've already played the bass note, so I just play 4 and 3. Then we're bringing the melody in at this point. The melody is the 1st string, 3rd fret, 4 times. As we pass the midway point of the bar, we're going to play that bass note, that G bass note again. So it's on the 3rd high 1st string note. Then, just right at the end of the bar, I'm going to stretch up here and play the 5th fret on the 1st string, followed by the D chord. So this isn't too bad. We're just holding a normal D shape to start off. Hit the bass note, open 4th, followed by the first 3 strings together. Then we've got 4, 3, 2, then 4, just the bass note. So that's the first bar of D. So normally when I play this, I've got slaps in there as well to kind of fill up those spaces. Like that. But without the slaps, we're just playing. So you might want to fill in those parts yourself. If you're not doing the slaps, you can add other notes. After that, we've got this bar. So this is the last bar of the bridge. We're going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4 all together. Then we've got a break, so you want to mute those strings. Just rest your fingers on them to mute them. Then play strings 1, 2, and 3 together, followed by 4, and then 1, 2, 3 again 3 times. On the last one, you do a little pull off there with your 2nd finger. On the 1st string, 2nd fret to open. Should sound something like that. At that point, you just repeat those last 8 bars of the bridge again, exactly the same. Then you're playing the chorus one more time, but at the end of the chorus, that 2nd time round, when you get to that part, you're going to slow it right down, then move to an E minor, and just strum up on that E minor chord. And then that's the end of the song. Thank you guys for watching that tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.